What's up, family? Welcome back to the Top One Podcast,
Yes,
episode
sir.
3. We have a special guest today. We have my first cousin. You know what I'm saying? My blood cousin.
Hey, what's up,
What's
cousin?
up, bro?
Oh
J Boy
man,
Green in here.
yes sir, yes sir. Just
Want to
blessed.
introduce yourself? Yeah, introduce yourself.
Oh man, yeah, they call me Jermarian Green. Uh Man, it's just been a journey, man. Whether we talking about real estate or we talking about the credit, even in personal life, man. So um I'm just here blessed to be alive, man, amongst these guys right here, man, these great guys, man.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Thanks. Look, off rip, I just want to let it be known that this person right here is how I found out about business credit and how I was able to, scale my business.
Yeah, man.
I'll never forget the day he came and man, he was like, "Cuz, look at this." Like, he was like, "Bro, this." He put me on. I said, "Okay." Then I went to go search and learn a little bit more about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, it's been up ever since.
Yeah, man, I remember that day too, man, because
Sure.
it was just really like, embarking on my journey,
Mhm.
just really starting off, man, and looking back from then until now,
Mhm.
it's just been a learning experience, man.
Right,
So I'm honored and at the same time flattered, dude,
right.
that I could be pivotal to your growth, man, and just enlighten you on the steps, man. So, and speaking on that though, how far has you been going from then until now, man?
Man, able to access over 6 figures in funding. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Learning about that. Now I'm able to help others get in that
Right.
same position too.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man. That's a
Yeah.
blessing.
For sure.
Yeah, man. So what's give us an update, man. Like what specials do you have, man? Like what you got for the people, man?
Man, right now, we still running our same little, special right now. Like I was just telling bro, we really just trying to help out right now while still building our name. So we haven't took like increase on the price yet, so
Okay.
still working on it.
That's
We
good.
did make it more accessible as like you can do take it in payments too now. So
Right.
Okay.
for some people that I don't know, some people don't have 350 just chunk out like that, especially like the people we want to help.
Right.
So setting up that payment plan kind of gives them a little leeway to like, hey, like let's get you on this already,
Yeah, most definitely accepting payments through Klarna, Afterpay, and Zip. So that kind of
Sure.
give people a little bit more flexible options,
Yeah.
More urgency to push the button essentially. Like let's
Right.
roll with it.
Yeah, a lot of people just need to trust in the process, man, because I know, sometimes, man, they want to, let me see what happened with him, let me see, instead of just taking that leap of faith, man,
Yeah.
and trusting in you, because I believe in you, man,
Right. Ready, bro.
and I know what your capability is, man, and to get it done. So
Yeah.
salute to you on your journey, man,
Appreciate
and
it,
still
bro.
getting it done, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I remember the last episode me and you had, we was talking about the credit game. We was talking about real estate.
Yeah.
Because real estate and credit, it does go hand in foot, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, man, that's something we can enlighten the people as well, though, man. Because I know they wondering, like, he got the credit, and then his cousin, in the real estate.
Right.
We could put this thing together, man, and so much that we got to offer you guys, man. I myself, man, I think I got a real estate deal right now on the way, man. So this is gonna mark my 33rd deal, man, that I have closed on, man, the span of
Praise God.
going on 5 years, man. So, man, it took a while, man, but every experience, man, makes me better, it makes me, worthy of it, man.
Mhm.
So I just want to say that, man. So yeah.
I got a quick question, bro. How was it when you had your first deal, the first deal you ever made, bro? What feelings you have? Like, we nervous? Like, you get excited once you close it? Like, hey, you start jumping up and down? Like,
Man,
hey,
I
I can
was-
really do this type stuff.
Yeah, man. I was told from a very good friend of mine. He's like a mentor, man. Shout out to Charlie Brown, man. He told me one day, man, he was like, man, you gonna be a monster in this game, man, because your tenacity, your willpower. And I said, yeah, man. But I remember when I got my first deal, man. And they say, like, wholesalers take upwards at least about 4 months. With me, it took me by my first month.
Dang.
you know, and I was so excited, man. And it was actually, man, it was a piece of land, man, in my neighborhood, man, in Acres Homes, man, the Acres Homes community. And what I did was, man, I got my own records. You know, I skip traced them, and I found out who the owner was. And I was just really doing the blast in my neighborhood, and I came across this seller, man, and I asked him, you know, I called him up, and I was like, hey, man, I see you got that piece of land on, it's a street called Sealy. And he was like, yeah, I do, man, been having it for a little while in my family, man. And I was like, yeah. I said, what your plans on with the lot? And he was like, man, we just want to go ahead and sell it. So he was like, what's your offer? You know, and off the top, man, I already knew what I was going to offer him, man. But I wound up offering him, I believe at that time, I think it was $12,000. And he was like, okay, we're going to sit up on it a little while and think about it. And shortly after that, man, he called me, man, like a couple of days later. He was like, man, we accept that offer. And remind you, man, land at that time, man, was real cheap. I say lot value was about 20,000. So for me to get it offering at 12,000, and I turned around and assigned it to my end buyer at 16, I made me 4,000, man.
Quick.
So man, and I haven't made that on a real job, you know what I mean?
Right.
So to get that check, man, and you know, everything went well. I had a nice title company, man, called Secure Title. They did everything for me, man. They walked me through the process, man, and man, when it was time to close, man, I got that check, man. I looked at it. I said, yeah, I can do this more often. Yeah, I can do this more often, man.
So look, cuz, let's talk about we know real estate, it definitely take a lot of faith. Like we were just talking about on the last episode, because these deals, bro, you just never know how they gonna play out. Like how you stay sane, how you keep your faith, like knowing like, man, it's gonna be all right. Like,
yeah, man, because in this business, man, deals will fall in on you, man. It will fall through.
Right.
And what I mean by that, you can go straight to closing and it can be something that's just left out, like, you know, a piece of paperwork, you know, saying that, hey, about your lender that, you know, you didn't disclose, and they can make a deal fall through, man. So, man, I had experience like that, man. But I always tell myself, I don't really get too excited until closing, man. When I actually know, hey, we closing, this is the date, the project being funded, and man, we wrapping it up, man. But yeah, man, to answer your question, man, I just keep, you know, I keep steadfast in my faith, man, and knowing that, hey, man, I'm gonna get it done, man, one way or the other.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's willpower and determination. So that's how I come at it with my approach, cuz.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's real.
Yeah, man.
You don't mind me asking, like, well, for the people who don't know you, like, could you explain probably your biggest deal that you've done so far?
Oh, man, my biggest deal was in 2022, man, of February, man. I sold 57 acres in Cleveland, Texas, man. And, man, I walked away with a $53,000 check, man. You know, people don't even make that in the whole year, man. You know, may take 2 years to make that.
How long was did it take you to close on that one?
Oh, man, it took me upwards to at least about a month and a half, man, to close that deal, man. Yes, man.
Bro, people working all year to get that.
Yeah, man.
Right.
And what happened was, man, the Lozano brothers, man, I never forget it, man. I went to go look at their property, man, and he was telling me it was 6 acres, like it was like in a quarter-sack, I'm sorry. So, man, I'm looking at the land, it was 6 acres, and he's like, hey, man, me and my uncle, we want to see if you're interested in the 51 acres in the back. So I was like, 51 acres? Man, I went back there, man. You ever seen a scene of a Jurassic Park when they seen the dinosaurs and all that land? I'm looking at, what the heck? You know, I'm looking at all that land, man, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I kind of froze up, but the other side was me like, man, you can do this, man. Don't worry about it. So, man, I told him, give me a little time, you know, to come up with my offer, man. And, you know, he was like, okay, cool. And, man, I hit him. I called him like 2 days later, man, and told him, hey, look, I can offer this amount. And, man, they accepted. I believe at that time I offered like $325,000, you know. And they accepted, and that's for 57 acres. Man, that was a grand slam deal, man. You know, and I wind up assigning to my end buyer, man. And man, I walked away with that check, man. And the title company didn't even believe it. They was like, we never seen a wholesaler make this kind of money, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And that's a blessing, bro. And all like just off the knowledge, bro. Like, and it's not even a whole bunch of money invested, you know, like for those who don't know what wholesaling is, you pretty much a middleman between a seller and a buyer.
Correct.
And you just You exchanging contracts.
So that's all it is, man. You got 2 contracts. You got a sales and purchase agreement, and you got an assignment of contract. The assignment of contract is going to get you paid.
Mhm.
The sales and purchase agreement is between you and the seller.
Mhm.
You know, you locking it in at the number that he's comfortable with or whatever that you had offered.
Mhm.
And once you lock it in, you know, you give yourself enough time to find the end buyer. So I gave myself enough time to find the person that's going to actually buy this property. And there's so many ways, man. We can go further into detail about that. But
Mhm.
how I found my buyer was next to his land was a buyer that had like 48 or up to 50 acres himself.
Mhm.
So, man, I'm gonna tell you a little story what happened. So I wound up calling him, right? Right. And I called him. And I get on the phone with him and say, "How you doing, sir? I like to see about," and he hung up in my face before I even got to talking about real estate, period.
Yeah.
So, but that God, I want to just be too talk about God, but God came into the spirit of me and said, "Hey, don't give up right there. Call him again."
Yeah.
And I called him again,
Right.
and I actually told him, I was like, "Hey, sir, I'm not telling you I want to buy your land. I'm telling you about the land that I have.
Mhm.
And maybe you be interested." And man, he was like, "Tell me more." So I got to telling him more. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that, you know." So make a long story short, I sent everything to him, emails, you know, surveys that I've had and all that. And man, he came back and said, "Hey man, I want to look at this property, man. And I'm definitely interested and I'm buying it." So he went to go look at it, man. And sure enough, man, he came back and told me, "Man, we can do it." And I was shocked. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
really shocked. I was like, "Is this really happening?"
Yeah, I'm about to
You know
really
what I
get-
mean? Because I already knew the numbers in my
Yeah,
head.
Exactly.
I'm like, you know, man, this is gonna be a really, really big payday, man. And
Mhm.
I got it done though, brother. I really got it done, man.
Praise God, man. Praise
And
God.
man, I'm just excited because I know if I can do it once, I can do it again, multiple times.
Most definitely.
You know, and I'm embarking on doing it again, man.
Most definitely. And I
Yes,
was
sir.
even telling bro, like, man, he literally can teach this. He taught me, you know, like
Yeah,
I know
man.
about wholesaling now simply off bro. And
Mhm.
man, people can get into this with a little or no money involved and like really change their life for real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's all about going through the process and the steps, man. Because it's like 12 steps,
Right.
you know. But it's not that hard though, man. Once you know get involved with it and you understand, because it's really it's not, you know, far as extensive with the of like big words and all that old stuff there where you gotta look this up. All you gotta do, man, is just go through the modules. You know, I can, you know, do a little course on that step by step, man. And once you get it, it's like riding a bike, brother.
Right.
You know, you're gonna fall, but you get back on that thing and pedal a little harder,
Right.
you know, and keep your balance, man. Shoot, you're gonna be a pro, man. Before you know it, you'll be a pro, man. But
Mhm.
yeah, man, I've closed on, like I said, going on 33 deals, man, in the span of that 5 years, man.
Would you say credit is important in real estate?
Oh yeah, most definitely credit is important, man. You know, because man, just on the side of you want, you know, to buy the property, your credit got to be intact, man, because you're gonna come in with reserves, skin in the game, and everything else, and the lender back you up.
Right.
So your credit got to be intact too, man. So it goes hand in foot, man. Like I mentioned earlier, it definitely does, man.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that. Like,
Yeah.
you can't refinance, you can't
Yeah.
can't flip, you can't do none of that. You gotta have good credit.
Credit
So
got to be intact.
credit really
yeah.
gonna revolve around majority of things that in the US, you know what I'm saying, that allow you to make money. You more than
Mhm.
likely need credit.
I mean, some of the biggest people in the world, they technically in debt, but they making raking in so much money.
Yeah,
It's good debt. What they say is good debt.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Yeah, because with debt, man, it's really like good debt overseeing bad debt, man. You know, that's how the rich stay wealthy, man.
Mhm.
They want bad debt, but they also want the good
yeah.
debt. To
They got more
oversee it.
assets and
You
liabilities.
know what I mean?
It's-
Exactly
yeah.
what that is, man. And I'm understanding that, which is called OPM, other people's money. You know,
Mhm.
once you understand that, how to use that, you know, you definitely you get wealthy, man.
Yeah, make
So,
plays,
yeah.
man.
Yes,
Definitely make
sir.
plays.
Exactly.
That's why
man.
we always talk about the funding, like, and that's why I always say, like, using other people's money, you don't gotta save your money.
Yeah, try to save 50K right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? It'll take you 20 years to save 50K. And
Yeah,
you got
man.
access to it in a matter of, let's just say, a year or 2 years of you building out your credit profile and structuring your credit right. We can go get you funded. You able to leverage that them reserves. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mhm.
So if he can get you funded, I can teach you real estate, you know, and you can invest in that. But it really is not even having a lot of overhead, man.
Right.
It's just, having good data and plugging into the system, man.
Mhm.
You know, how can I find this person and that person if my data is not intact and it's not good enough, man?
Right.
So, because anybody can be found. And what I mean by that is finding the person that actually own that property, you know.
Mm.
Once you find them, you actually have to get the record skip traces. And what skip tracing is, you turn around and finding the person who has that property, because he has a lot of numbers attached to it, and you call those numbers, or even get you a virtual assistant or a cold caller and get them on the line, man, and get on the phone with the seller and just tell them, hey, you interested in that property, and man, you'd be surprised, man. Because what I do is I always be transparent with them, man.
Yeah.
I never tell them, hey, I'm the person that's going to actually acquire your property. I tell them I work with a team of investors. You can be my investors. You can be my investor,
Right.
and we come collectively, but I always be transparent with them, man. And that's what I do, man. That's what got me so much success right now
Right.
to this day, man. It's just being transparent.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Like,
man.
are you like, how much time do you really like spend like making calls? Like, is that like a big part of your day? Like,
Nah, I won't say it's a big part, but I will say this, man. I do a lot of follow up,
okay.
because a seller might not be happy that day. He might be
Mhm.
upset, mad. You don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you. Hang up in
Yeah.
your face. I've had that so many times, man.
Okay.
But it's all about my follow up game,
Mhm.
Man, that's true.
Man,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
we were
Yeah.
talking
We
about
just
that.
discussing
Yeah.
that, like
Yeah.
working on
Following up on leads, man.
leads, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yes, sir.
major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I follow up on them.
You putting them in a sequence, and you might close them 3-4 months later. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's definitely real.
There's also like people like kind of like trying to weed out all the people that are kind of just like they're wasting your time in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to like we're trying to do that, but like again, your time's, we're not trying to waste your time. Don't waste our time.
Yeah. Yep.
Most definitely.
But I do want to discuss about a motivated seller, man, because what makes a deal is the actual seller motivated. How can I buy something from you? You ain't motivated to sell it to me.
Yeah.
You have to have the willpower to say, hey, I need to get off this property. I had experienced death in the family. I have had that a lot of times too, man. Or, going through a divorce, or the seller might actually stay in a whole nother state. But he's tired of paying taxes. I have to come way over here and go check the property out and stuff like that. So it's good to talk to a motivated seller, someone that's going to actually say, hey, I'm ready to sell this property. And that's what I like to target. You know what I mean? So when I target those properties like that, I actually can, have a good assignment fee, man, if I can actually make some substantial amount of money. You know what I mean? Because they might be like, hey, we don't want to get lowballed. We don't want to just, give it to you,
Yeah.
but we also want a reasonable number. So I get them that reasonable number. They comfortable with it. Hey, man, next thing you know, I'm laughing to the bank.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Okay, bro. I do want to bring up and we'll touch on one of the situations too. As far as like regentrification, ain't that's how you say it? Inside.
Yeah, regentrifying.
Yeah,
something like that.
regentrifying,
Yeah.
like Houston inner cities, kind of like how we seen Acres Home, bro. Like how these investors are coming in
Right.
and they buying up
Yeah, man.
and they building new construction and they getting these properties with little to no money, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be like a tax lien on it.
Right.
Or they might have a motivated seller, like how you said. Like
Right.
it could be a family issue. But how these people able to use the credit and able to go obtain these properties, bro, and build up. And, I feel like right now just a time to get in the game. Like, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is,
It's
man.
crazy to
It
see
is.
this, bro.
It is,
like,
man. Yeah.
Ain't
He's
no
right,
better time
man.
than now.
He's right. I'm waking up to it every day, man. I mean, I'm waking up and it's new builds right where I stay. I'm talking next door. I'm talking across the street. And I'm looking at all this and like, man, I need to get in the game, you
Right.
know?
Hey, tell them about the situation with the lot, like how the architecture that was able to you pitched him the deal and he built.
Oh yeah, man. I actually got my first deal. Well, I take it back. It was actually a single family home. Remember, I said I had got my first deal. It was a land deal. Now we talking residential property now, which is a single family home. So, man, in 2019, I had ran into this guy. He's a builder. And I didn't know he was interested in the property, but I wound up pitching it to him, and I sold him. It was really a distressed property, and it was set on 18,850 square feet of land. And man, when I tell you, the man built 5 houses on the property, man, side by side. So, I mean, even though I made some money, he made $1 million, you know?
Yeah, for
$1 million or so, man. And
passive income.
I was amazed, but your network is your net worth. I still have his number. We still, keep in contact. So he is an architect, man, and he was a builder. So, man, I'm working on doing a project with him, man.
Bro,
Man, I like what he said. He said, your network is your net worth, bro. I never heard that before. That's game right there.
Facts. And bro took me by there and just seeing it, I'm like, man, like, bro, this is amazing. You know, like, bro literally took this man, took the land, plotted it off, and built 5 new constructions. They each sold for like $400K each. So, bro, the end goal is to get in new construction. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even want to fix and flip no more. We want to build it. You know what I'm saying? We want to be builders, like, and just saying that, it's like, bro, like I say, you gotta, with that section of the game, you gotta come in with some skin in the game. You gotta have some reserves put up. So yeah, bro, that's one of the moves for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
What else you got? You kind of nipped it in the bud for me.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean,
one last thing. How did you learn about wholesaling? Like, it was you just stumbled across it, like reading a book or what?
Well, I will say this, man. When I was incarcerated, man, I read this book called Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, man.
Yeah, that's my book.
That book enlightened me a lot, man, and to actually get out and follow through with the steps, man, it made me like, man,
you can do anything, huh?
I can do anything, man. And that was pivotal though. But that's just that book right there, along with some other wholesale books I read. I just jumped out there, man. And I never forget, I went to my first seminar, man. It was called Lifestyles Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
And they was talking about being a landlord, someone that, get rental properties, which is cool. Yeah. But man, to get in the game, if you don't have no money, wholesale is the bottom of the totem pole.
Facts.
So that's how I got in.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Even when the situation seemed bleak, bro. Like,
every time.
Seeing God find a way every time, bro. Like, it just puts it in people's heart, man.
Most definitely. Yeah.
I mean,
man, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Just chopping it up, giving the
game. Yeah, man. Sure. Appreciate your time, bro.
Already.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah. Episode 3 in the books, though.
Episode 3 in the books.
More to come.